Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I'm really glad you're here. In today's video we're going to be talking about depression, and yeah, that can become a sensitive subject, but depression is something that can affect everybody a little bit differently in their daily life, especially when we're considering this year 2020. 2020 is almost over if you're watching this in December of 2020, but if you're watching it after, it technically was considered one of the worst years ever, especially in my lifetime. Depression is a tricky thing because it's not something you can quickly recover from, like a sickness or like a flu or a bug of some kind. Many people with depression, in fact, actually think that they're just feeling sad, that it'll just go away in a matter of days or time or minutes. For some people it does just that, but for millions of others it actually takes quite a bit longer. Depression is a constant feeling that doesn't just go away on its own. People suffering from depression can benefit from a little extra help, and that's okay. And I just want to say at the very beginning of this video, if you need help, it's okay to admit that. You need to reach out to somebody. Don't do this alone because you're not alone. It's okay to need help, just like I did. This year has been anything but easy. Month after month, it seems like there was something new, even to the point since the beginning of the year. This year was compared to a board game called Jumanji, because month after month it seemed like we had entered into a new level. So yes, you can imagine the mental strain that it was put on everybody all throughout the world, not just our country or my country here in the United States. And the big question that many people ask themselves: am I depressed? Are you depressed? So how do you know if you're not just sad, or if you're actually suffering from depression? The main thing to remember is that if you've been feeling this type of way for more than even 2 weeks, you might have depression. If it's sadness has lasted longer than 2 weeks, it might be depression. Here's some other feelings you might have: the sad or the empty feeling of hopelessness, losing interest in things that you usually would enjoy, changes in appetite, nausea, headaches, maybe even losing sleep or changes in your sleep patterns that you would normally have, withdrawing from people, the people you love, even them noticing that you're a little bit different. Are you okay? Are you tired? So maybe you've answered that question: am I depressed? But how does depression affect our daily lives? Depression can affect every part of your daily life. How you sleep, how you eat, your education, your career, your relationships, your health, your concentration. Depression doesn't just affect the individual. It can affect everyone around you, especially if you're married with your wife or your husband, or your parents, or your coworkers, your friends, and even in your job. It can affect your performance. For me, I noticed that my lack of want and my creativity and my drive was just gone, and I didn't know why, and I kept looking for answers, and I couldn't find what happened to me. Why am I not the person that I used to be? If you leave depression untreated, it can lead to so many other things, like a domino effect, just setting things off and making things just out of order if you leave it unchecked and untreated. This is why it's so important to seek out help. Not for just your relationships or even your job, but just for your own personal sake. So what can I do? Maybe I have depression and I've come to terms with that. I realize that I do. What can I do now? Talk to someone. Maybe someone in your family. Maybe it is your significant other. Maybe it's your parents. Maybe it's a friend. Talk to someone though. Maybe you can talk to your doctor, or maybe you can go see a therapist. Whatever you feel comfortable doing. And yeah, I realize my generation isn't really like talking with people face to face. It's much easier either through text or even a phone call. Sometimes I know people still don't like to talk on the phone, me being one of them. Just text me if you want to talk to me. But you can do that online as well. You can talk to somebody about your depression. The simple fact is, the sooner you start getting treatment or talking to somebody or whatever that looks like for you, the sooner you'll start feeling better. Because at the end of the day, I remember telling myself, I just want to feel like me again. I just want to be that energy dude again. I just want to be Aaron again. Don't ignore it and just hope it goes away, because it's hard, it hurts. Regardless of what you choose to do, because at the end of the day, it is your decision, just please talk to somebody, because that just being pent up inside of you, it doesn't do you any good. In 2019, there was an estimated 17 million people that had an episode of depression. That's 7% of the population. You're not alone. It's okay. And you know what? You're gonna be okay too. If you need to talk to me, you can send me a DM, you can drop a comment, whatever you feel comfortable doing, but just know you're not alone. And I know this year sucked, man, if you're watching this in 2020, but 2021, it is what we make it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please, if you don't mind, somebody needs to hear this message, maybe send it to somebody, drop a thumbs up for me, it helps me out a whole lot. And if you love the channel, if you like these type of videos, make sure to hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.